What's on, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Ross, I like games, and today, I was looking around some distribution websites, if I'm honest with you, and I saw the listing for Starter Deck 14. Now, as a general rule, when we see the Starter Deck listings on distributor websites, without wanting to sound rude, they're not terribly interesting. Because, as a general rule, when we get our starter decks, they are basically the same as Japan. So, nobody really cares. Not in a mean way. Not in a horrible way. Just in an it's not terribly exciting kind of way. And I hope that doesn't sound too rude. But you see, ladies and gentlemen, the listing for Starter Deck 14, this is different. This is very, very exciting. This is not your regular starter deck. And we already know it's the most premium starter deck we've seen so far. But oh my goodness, this looks awesome. Now, some of this is going to sound a bit familiar. The first Mega Deck set in the Digimon card game, themed around the fan favourite Hououmon. We knew that. All cards are silver foil, and the deck is more powerful than the regular starter deck, so even beginners can play with a strong deck right away. We knew all of this. In addition, there is a lucky deck that contains special edition cards, a must-have item also for collectors. Well, we actually knew this from the Japanese deck. So what they've gone and done is, and we don't know what the odds are on this, I'm really sorry, but what they've basically gone and done is introduced a new thing where there's a probability of cards with special styles, i.e. there are chase cards in the starter deck. But we knew all of this already. This is all in the Japanese deck. Should we get to the exciting bit? This time, we're having a pre-release for a starter deck? Yes, ladies and gentlemen, they're having a pre-release. Special edition cards for tournament participants and a special card with the winner foil stamp design. They are doing a pre-release for starter decks. And this is one of those, I saw it yesterday and I went, mate, I'm really tired. I'm going to go to bed and do this video in the morning. I'm sure it will make sense then. But I'm sitting here on the distributor website and I'm having a look and it says very clearly, this time we're having a special pre-release, special edition cards for tournament participants. It says pre-release, it says tournament. I mean, if you think I'm misinterpreting this, please let me know in the comment section. But I'm not entirely sure how you misinterpret pre-release, especially when they say tournament. Maybe if it just said pre-release, we could think, they're doing an early sale. But no, ladies and gentlemen, it clearly says tournament. They are doing a pre-release tournament for the starter deck. Is this weird? Yes. But as we've been saying all the way along, this is by far the most premium starter deck we've seen so far. This is not like your average, ordinary, everyday, run-of-the-mill starter deck. And this is phenomenal. I love this. Now, we do have some information about the pre-release pack. Pre-release pack containing all 12 cards from Starter Deck 14, plus a special card with a Hououmon Cup foil stamp. Hang on a second. It sounds like, and again, I'm not really sure how you misinterpret this, it sounds like all of 12 cards from Starter Deck 14, you're getting one copy with a pre-release stamp. Remember, we've seen pre-release stamps forever. We've seen pre-release packs forever. And pre-release packs are always the same, all right? We know what pre-release packs are. They are little packs that have 2 cards in, and they are 2 random uncommons and rares, not commons and super rares. 2 random uncommons and rares with the pre-release stamp on them. This is the way it has always been in the Digimon TCG, and we've been having pre-releases since Great Encounter. We didn't have pre-releases for Booster 1.0 and Booster 1.5, probably because they were catch-up sets. Sorry, I mean Great Legend. Great Encounters was a very good Pokemon set, but that was years ago. That's not what we're talking about. We have had this since Great Legend. BT4, our third set. That is when we started doing pre-releases, and they've always been the same. you get a pre-release pack with 2 random uncommons or rares with the pre-release stamp on them. So when it says pre-release pack containing all 12 cards from ST-14, there isn't really much to misinterpret there. It's going to be a pre-release pack, just like we've had before, but instead of having 2 random uncommons and rares, it's going to have all 12 of the unique cards from the starter deck. Incidentally, that will be starter deck 14-1 to starter deck 14-12. I know there's kind of reprints and all of that in the starter deck. That's not what we're doing. Let's be very clear, it's not in there. It's going to be the actual starter deck 14 cards. So from starter deck 14-1 Hououmon all the way through to starter deck 14-12 Warring Shots, we are going to be getting one of each of those. Yes, that includes your Hououmon, the super rare. Yes, that includes Hououmon Blast Mode, your super rare that we've seen before. Because it says very clearly on the website, all 12 cards from starter deck 14 plus a special card. Remember, the pre-release is for the starter deck. So this isn't the way of getting the starter deck cards. This is in addition to the starter deck. We'll get to the starter deck contents in just a moment, but the point here is this is a pre-release pack that we are getting in addition to the starter deck, and there is a special card of a Hououmon Cup foil stamp. Now remember, over in Japan, they're doing a Magic Bullet Cup at the moment, which is basically where you have a tournament where you can only play with purple cards, which I believe is what we're doing here. More on that in a moment. But we have seen that there are 3 stamped cards that they have actually released for that particular tournament. There is a Hououmon, an Impmon, and a Hououmon. And incidentally, they are reprinted cards. It's the Hououmon from EX2, the Impmon from BT6, and the Hououmon from EX2. So if you're wondering which card you're going to be getting stamped, it's going to be one of those. And if you're wondering what the winner card is, again, I don't know for certain, but I would be very, very, very strongly thinking it is going to be the Hououmon. So the pre-release pack has all 12 cards in starter deck 14. And then there's a special card of a Hououmon Cup foil stamp, which I'm assuming is either the Hououmon or the Impmon. And then there is a special winner card with a winner foil stamp design, which kind of has to be the Hououmon because that's really the only option at this stage. Yeah, this sounds absolutely amazing. Now, it does say Special Advanced Deck Set Event. This is a special event that is limited to purple color decks. So, it's not a pre-release where you all just play with the same pre-constructed starter deck. That would get pretty boring. It is a pre-release for starter deck 14, but at the tournament you can play any purple deck. So, I'm assuming you go and buy the deck and then enter the pre-release with any purple deck that you wish, and then you get your pre-release pack, and the winner of the tournament gets a Hououmon Cup stamped design winner thing, which sounds amazing. Now, it says, this is a special event limited to purple color decks. Experience a unique and fun event like never before. Advanced deck set tutorial page available on the official website, so even players that never participated in tournaments before can join and enjoy the event. So they're making it easy for you to enter, which is awesome. For those unable to attend, the same prize card will be included in the April store tournament kit. The prize card in the tournament kit will not have the Hououmon Cup foil stamp on it. Fair enough. So the contents of the deck is exactly what we're expecting. 154 card constructed deck, 9 switch cards. Those are the alternate art cards that we've seen from, we've been looking at as reveals have been coming down. 2 memory gauges, and 60 sleeves. So yes, you get the memory gauges. Yes, you get the sleeves. We know what they look like. They look like this. They're kind of beautiful. So the deck itself basically looks exactly like it is over in Japan. And the special Hououmon Cup, and again, if you really want to think about it, of course, the winner of the Hououmon Cup is going to get the stamped Hououmon promo. It's just too perfect, right? It's too gosh darn perfect. So this all makes perfect sense. And then you're also getting the pre-release pack, and I'm sorry, getting all 12 cards from the starter deck printed with a pre-release stamp. They're not going to put them in a pre-release pack unless they're stamped. And it clearly says pre-release pack containing all 12 cards in Starter Deck 14. I am loving this. This is a pre-release basically for a starter deck, and it's going to be the best pre-release we've seen in the Digimon TCG to date. Speaking of which, we do have a release date. It's not that close. It is the 24th of March, which is actually the weekend of my wife and I's wedding anniversary, but it's not the exact date of our wedding anniversary, and my wife is a phenomenally awesome person, so I think I'm still going to be able to go along to this. I think she's going to be cool with it. Yay! Wedding anniversaries are important, but come on. Look how cool this is. I am legit excited about this, ladies and gentlemen. I am very, very excited. But now it's over to you guys. Tell me what you think about this. Tell me how cool you think it's going to be. Tell me anything you want to tell me. Go nuts in the comment section, but be nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWasi. That's where we talk about Digimon and card games and Digimon card games and all kinds of fun things. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCGradio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts, or answer all your questions, join a Discord and chat with us, and just generally have an awful lot of fun. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching Wasi Plays.